Good afternoon, guys. Just a little update on BTC USD and a quick touchdown on Ethereum, what I'm expecting. So what we currently have here is BTC at the moment touching up to 64k. Let's just plot some levels here for you guys to see. So we got 64k, we've then come back down. Significant area down here, guys, for me is 41k. So I'm just going to plot these levels in before going any further. Okay, so this is BTC, guys. Okay, this is when we sort of broke above the previous resistance, which was around the 8th of January. We came down then to an area which was around 28k. What we can see then is we pushed up and we broke this resistance, which was then becoming support. Okay, we then came up where everybody thought Bitcoin was just going to keep going. We had higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, lower low. But people still thought that that wasn't a change in momentum and direction. They still thought, no, this is just a pullback. This should have alarmed people here. We broke down lower than the previous low. Then we had a lower high. Now we've had a lower low. But what I want to do, guys, is just take a quick look back to 2017, to the first bull market. What we have here is the bull market started around the 14th of April 2017, where it started around $1,000 and it eventually pushed its way up to $20,000. So if we put a line in at 20k, $20,000. So if we look at our last significant low, guys, which was here, where we had a bit of a push up and a pull back before we had this massive move. Little bit of a wick, came down, came back up to test 20, but again, we failed to break. What we used to do, guys, is use a Fibonacci tool. It's a retracement tool to just see where the market did pull back to. So we take that from the last low, again, which was around 5.5k, up to 20k. What we've seen is the market come down and smash through the 786 level, come back up to try and test the 0.5 fib level. I don't want to go too much into this, guys. I just want you to quickly see the similarities on what's happening here from 2017 and now. What had then happened with BTC was it came down, it went from 20k, tapped down to 6k, pushed back up, came down, where it eventually ended up coming down, finding support at around $5,000. So again, let's just plot another little line here, guys. So $5,000. Then we start moving over, and what we can see then, guys, is this area here. We pushed down. We were above. This was acting as a support area for us because we held above 5k. This area is a very key area, very crucial area. This was when we wicked down. Let's just have a little look here. We wicked down to 5k and we failed to break below. This was also the start of the bull run for BTC at $5,000. So from the 19th of March all the way up until the 16th of December 2020, we went from 5k to 20k. Again, breaking through 20k. And people who trade, guys, they would know that normally support and resistance, when they get broken, they need to be retested and respected. What we can currently see here is BTC blew through 20k and has recently not come back down to test that area. We then came up. What we're looking at now, guys, is again similar type of thing. We had this type of movement. We pushed up to a high where we failed to break. Look at this area here. Check this out. Remember I said to you guys, back over here, Let's just label this up for you quickly. We had this low. People thought this was a pullback, but this wasn't a pullback. This was the change in momentum where we came down and then we broke this low. We broke this low and then we came down here. We pushed up to 17k and then we pushed down. So historically, what I'm seeing as a trader is the same type of movement. And what I'm going to do again, guys, is I'm going to put the Fibonacci retracement tool in for you just to put into perspective what I'm looking at. Okay, so take the Fib from the last low, which was around about 28k, 28.2, 28.6. Look what we've had. We came up, we came back down to a significant area which we historically done in the last bull run. We came down to 786 Fib level. We then pushed back up to the 618, failed to break. Also 41k. Was 41k? Why is it relevant to me? Because 41k was previous high. Before any of this noise, 41k was the highest point where everyone was thinking, geez, this is high. You know, Bitcoin's gone from 5k up all the way up to 41k. We pulled down to, like I say, about $28,680, and then we pushed up. We didn't really come back down and test that area of 41k. When we've had this change in momentum, and for me personally, this bear market that we're in now, this is key. This area, we've broken below this area when people thought this was a pullback. Yes, possibly. This for me confirmed breaking lower than this area here, confirmed for me that we were going into a bearish momentum. What happened then is we slumped down to the 786 again, pushed up. Looking at the 4 hour then, guys, what I looked at last night was, I said, before any of this noise was here, I was looking on the 1 hour chart and I said, if BTC fails to break above 41k, I personally believe that we're in a wedge, a bearish wedge. We'll break out to this wedge. So yeah, I did put some analysis up yesterday, which looked pretty much like so. I was expecting this down to here. And we had exactly that, guys. What I'm thinking is now we're going to come back up, retest this level before continuing back down to $20,000. So again, guys, this makes more sense than people thinking that this is a pullback. This is a total shift in momentum. You know, this is bullish momentum right here. You know, this is bearish momentum. This we're not in a bullish market anymore, like people are screaming out on all these YouTubers. Yeah, Bitcoin is bullish. Bitcoin is bullish. People are starting to understand the economical effect of BTC and its value. Bitcoin to me is nothing. It has no purpose, and it is a shit coin. It's been hyped up over the years by limited supply, and oh yeah, we've got to pump our price up. To me, I don't care if there's only one of them in the world. It is not worth $56,000. It is now worth $64,000, and I don't think that it will go to $200,000. Could be wrong. Don't think I will be. But as far as we go, guys, that was my analysis for BTC. I did touch down briefly on Ether also. Similar type of thing with Ethereum, guys. We had the massive drop. And again, if we look from the last low to the last high, this area was $700. Lo and behold, we've come down to the 618, pushed back up. Let's have a look actually, guys. Let's take this from here. So yeah, we've came down to the 786, pushed back up to the 50, failed on the daily. Quickly just look at this portion of the chart now, guys. Show you what I'm looking at. So we took our last low target, which was here, where we really started seeing bullish momentum, up. We were having higher highs,